Oshkosh Community Media Services is government programming on City Cable 10, community programming on CATV 2, and community radio on 101.9 FM WOCT Oshkosh.
This is Oshkosh Today, your connection to events and organizations in the Oshkosh area. Oshkosh Today is supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 North West Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on Oshkosh Today, your source on all things local Oshkosh. My name is Emily Mikowski, and today we've got some great guests in the studio, kicking it off with the Payne, with one of their events, Jazz in the Garden. Then, with fall quickly approaching, we'll next talk about the Senior Center's event, Fall Family Fun Fest. Next, we'll talk about a fundraiser for a great cause called Let's Knock Out Breast Cancer. And then we've got the Boys and Girls Club in to talk about an upcoming golf outing, and also the Oshkosh Public Museum is here to talk about their holiday plans. Finally, we'll wrap it up with a segment of Focus on Health with Ted Stefaniak. So to start things off, we've got Trina Wolt in here from the Payne Center of Arts and the Payne
Art and Garden Center.
Payne Art and Garden Center. Also new to the position, just like me, so
Yes.
hopefully we can get through this segment without making too many mistakes here like I just did. But
We'll be fine.
So to start things off, you've got the Chihuly exhibit going on right now. Can
Yes.
you tell me about that?
Yeah, it's been spectacular. We've had 9,000 guests through to see the exhibit. It is here another 53 days. I counted today, October 13th. And it's just an incredible exhibit with not only his vessels, but also he has some incredible drawings that are on display as well.
Okay, and how long does that go until?
October 13th.
Okay, so still got some time to go check it out.
Yes.
And so what are some of the other events that are going on at the Payne? I know you were telling me about the Jazz in the Garden event.
Yes. Jazz in the Garden is our biggest fundraiser for the year. That is on Saturday, September 7th from 5 to 9 p.m. And the theme this year is Palm Beach, so it will have the sounds of an 18-piece jazz orchestra. Food is being catered by Zupas, which we're very excited about, and House of Flowers is doing our decor this year.
Okay, and you said that you've had this event going on a lot of times. We've got some pictures up here of the past events. It looks beautiful.
Yes.
And this was the, how many years have you been doing the Jazz in the Gardens for?
It's been probably 7 years. I don't know for sure because I'm relatively new, but I know it's an event that's done every other year, quite frankly. Last time we had this event was in 2011.
Okay, all right, so it's September 7th from 5 to 9. And where can you get tickets?
You can purchase tickets online or you can call the Payne to make a reservation.
Okay, and you can go on thepayne.org as the website.
Mm-hmm.
And so just looking on your Facebook, I saw there's a lot of other things going on. You have the Carriage House Courtyard set up. Can you tell me about that?
Oh, we're very excited. So upon completion of the construction of the renovation of the Carriage House, we also put in a brick courtyard, if you will.
Okay.
And so we finally got all our tables, umbrellas, and we found some really cute French bistro chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's available for our guests and members to use to have lunch or to just take a break while they're there. Today we were serving lemonade and cookies for National Senior Citizens Day, so we're planning on using that space more and more now.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful space just for people to come and sit and have a drink or a little bite to eat, or even have an event there, I think.
Yes.
And you said that there were some other places that you can have events, like the conservatory and the renovated Carriage House. How can you work that kind of thing out?
Sure. So you can contact our event manager, Michelle Rector, about rentals. The conservatory is a great space for wedding receptions. We've had corporate meetings, corporate events, educational events in both the Carriage House and the conservatory, depending on the size and the scope of your event.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
It's
a
gorgeous.
lot of really nice spaces there.
And we're already starting to take reservations for holiday cocktail parties as well.
All right, that's probably a busy time for you too.
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier the Contemporaries. What are the Contemporaries?
The Contemporaries is a new group that we just launched a few weeks ago. It's for young adults 21 to 45, and we had our launch event on the Great Lawn. It was Chihuly, croquet, and cocktails.
Okay.
And so the group went into the gallery, and the curator did a presentation on Chihuly, and then we went out on the Great Lawn and played croquet and had some cocktails in the
Very
beautiful
fun.
summer evening. So there'll be more events coming up on that.
Okay.
In fact, we're meeting tomorrow to schedule the next event.
Great. And so for any updates, you can still go to thepain.org to get more information on things like that.
Absolutely, or find
Okay.
us on Facebook. We're putting a lot on Facebook these days.
Okay. And we were talking before the show about how busy the summer has been. Are you still booking weddings over the summers and even into the fall?
Yes, we've already started bookings for 2014, and we have weddings going on now through just about the whole month of October. It's a beautiful, for the outdoor ceremonies, the garden ceremony area is just beautiful, and then you can take photographs throughout the grounds, inside the mansion if you'd like. And then of course we are booking a lot of cocktail receptions that then go into the dinner reception in the conservatory. So it makes an
Couldn't be a more
entire
perfect
event.
setting
Oh,
for a
it's
wedding.
gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's very romantic, very European inspired. It's just, and I swear there's something magical about the weather on our wedding days. We've been so fortunate with good weather.
Right. And even if it's not great weather, the inside is just beautiful too with all the renovations that have been done, and anything as far as that goes with weather. I mean, you would hardly even need to worry about it either way.
We only need that 1 hour for the ceremony when it's a garden ceremony.
Definitely. And then also to become a member, can you tell me about how you can become a member and when the time is right for that?
Sure. Well, the timing is perfect right now.
Okay.
And the reason we're encouraging membership right now is because we have Chihuly going on. So as a member, you could get free admission to the exhibit. Then Nutcracker in the Castle is coming up, and you can also, as a member, get free admission to self-guided tours to Nutcracker.
Okay.
So it's a smart time to join. We also have our family educational programs that are going to kick off after Labor Day. And so all of those programs through almost the whole month of October, every Saturday we have educational programs going on.
Okay.
So it's a really smart time to join. And then after Chihuly, we have Nutcracker, then Rooms of Bloom, and then our next exhibit will be Matisse.
Okay, so a
So
lot
if
of
you join
great things
now,
coming up.
yes, you get to enjoy all of those
Yeah.
events and exhibits.
How do you become a member?
You can just join online. It's
Okay.
simple on membership, or you can call the Pain and we'll sign you up over the phone.
Great. So one more time, if you just want to tell me again about the Jazz in the Gardens, which is the event that's coming up right away,
Yes.
where it's located, the dates, times, price.
Right. Okay. It's on Saturday, September 7th from 5 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $100 for members, $125 for non-members. It's a great evening out for couples. You can reserve on our website, thepain.org, or via Facebook, or just call the Pain and we'll take your reservation.
Great. So again, check out The Pain at thepain.org or on Facebook for any reservations or event information. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it, and
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to checking out The Pain. It sounds like a beautiful place to go and just see the nature and even go to an event or two.
Yes,
So,
we will have you over soon.
yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll chat with Julie Kiefer from the Senior Center on an event that's celebrating the changing of the seasons, Fall Family Fun Fest. We'll be right back on Oshkosh Today.
Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. When we see a roundabout, take it slow. Then we pick the correct lane and take it slow. When we see a car approach, we yield to the left. When we're in that roundabout, we don't pass anybody yet. Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow.
Visit WisconsinRoundabouts.com for more info from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
The Payne Art Center and Gardens in Oshkosh proudly presents Chihuly Venetians. This spectacular exhibition features 4 dozen colorful and intricate vessels by America's greatest glass artist, Dale Chihuly, along with his celebrated Laguna Murano chandelier, a 5-part sculpture with more than 1,500 individual pieces of blown glass. Chihuly Venetians is on view now through October 13th at the Pane in Oshkosh.
Hello, and thanks again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. Now I'm sitting here with Julie from the Oshkosh Senior Center to tell me about some events that we have coming up. Thank you for coming in today, Julie.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Of course. So can you tell me what's new, what's going on at the Oshkosh Senior Center?
Well, I'm here today to talk about our Fall Family Fun Fest, and that takes place on Sunday, September 8th from 11 to 3, and that's open to the community and a lot of fun.
Okay. What can we expect at Fall Family Fun Fest? It's a mouthful, but what can we expect at the event?
Well, we have a great variety of things that will take place that day. So we have a tent in the parking lot that has the Del Reys playing, and they're a local favorite that do kind of 50s, 60s, 70s music. We also have food available if somebody wants to get lunch. We try to keep prices really affordable so that families can afford to come and it's not too expensive. Also in the parking lot, we're going to have a lot of city fire police kind of vehicles, so like K9 and some other really cool things from the fire department. So that'll be fun and neat to see. Inside the building, we have a series of different games. We have some kind of younger kid games, and then we also have minute to win it games. So those are the kind of games where you have like 1 minute to do a task.
Yeah.
Those are so much fun that last year when we were setting up, the staff wouldn't stop playing them. And I was like, okay, guys.
Yeah, we got to get going here, get this set up.
Right. So we also get a very nice donation from 4Imprint. So we have some grab bags available for sale.
Okay.
Our friends group also does a bake sale, popcorn, and then we like to do a grandparent gift every year as well. And this year what we decided to do is get a photo booth. So they can take any size, whether you want to do it singly or if you want to do it as a whole group, you'll get a strip of photos from the photo booth.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, it'll be
Definitely
fun.
a little memento to take home with you from the event.
Yes.
And now you said it's on September 8th, which is Grandparents' Day.
It is Grandparents' Day.
Why did you choose Grandparents' Day?
Well, believe it or not, Grandparents' Day, I actually looked it up. Grandparents' Day is not one of those made-up holidays. It's really real.
It's an actual holiday.
It is real. A woman from West Virginia made an effort, a community effort that went nationwide to create a Grandparents' Day because she was especially concerned about elderly people in nursing homes and people that were isolated. And so it was actually signed by President Carter as a law, and so she spent a couple of years working on that, and so it really is. And
awesome.
At the Senior Center, we thought, who else would celebrate Grandparents' Day if we didn't?
Exactly.
So, but saying that, the event is really open to the public. So whether you can come with grandparents or you can't come with grandparents or you're a senior and you don't have grandchildren or any of those different scenarios, they all come.
All right. It's not a grandparents only kind of thing.
No, it is not.
Okay. It's open for everyone. And so the event usually takes place in October. Why did you change the date to September?
Well, actually, I'm sorry, that is for our Granny Smith Walk. So that's what I didn't mention yet.
Okay.
So we have changed the Granny Smith Walk, which usually took place in October, to take place at Fall Fest as well. And the biggest reason for that was that we already have such a great group of people that are already coming to Fall Fest. Why are we having a different event?
Yeah.
You might as well come, and you can do the walk at 11, and then we have a 1 mile and a 2 mile route, which are going to take advantage of the river walk, which runs behind our building, and then also the Weawash Trail if you want to go a little further. And so, at the most, somebody would be done by 11:45 or noon, and then they can go across the parking lot and join us for the rest of Fall Family Fun Fest.
Perfect timing.
Right.
To go and have the walk and then have that ending party just to look forward to at the end of your little walk there. So
exactly.
It would make perfect sense to have them all on the same day.
Yes.
So what event, when will the event be held if it rains, if there's a rain date?
We will hold the event either way, rain or shine. We do
Okay.
get a big tent out for the parking lot so that the band and the food is covered, and then we have our north building open. So we do have 2 buildings at the senior center.
Okay.
One's at 200 North Campbell Road, and the other one's just across the parking lot at 234 North Campbell. And the Fall Family Fun Fest event most parts of it will take place at the north building or in that parking lot.
Right.
The Granny Smith Walk will take place from our south building at 200 North Campbell, and then you take advantage of the River Walk running
Right.
behind the building.
So either way, rain or shine, it'll
Rain
all
or shine,
happen.
yes,
Great.
it will.
So where can people find more information on this?
Well, there is some information on our website, which is really long, is city website,
Yes.
www.ci.oshkosh.wi.us/senior services.
Yes.
Or you can go on our Facebook page.
Yes, that might be a little easier
Right.
option.
And search the Oshkosh Senior Center. Please like our page, and you could get more information there as well.
Okay, and definitely you can see all the pictures from previous events and that kind of thing.
We do have pictures from previous events, and the Granny Smith Walk, we will take registrations up until the day of. But if you want to register early, there is a little bit of a price cut. It's only $7 a person. We've really drastically reduced that price. $7 a person. For that, you get a T-shirt, you get a caramel apple, and you also get thrown into a drawing to win a bunch of really cool prizes. So
Wow.
we have some nice gift cards, and so we hope people will take advantage. But otherwise, it's $10 day of.
Okay. Well, either way, that's an excellent price.
It is.
For something like that. You
It
get
is.
a T-shirt too. So,
Right.
And a caramel apple. How could you go wrong?
That's right.
So again, if we just want to recap here, the event itself, dates, times. I know we had some pictures up on the screen before we can look at.
Good.
So the Fall Family Fun Fest.
Yes.
Tell me about it one more time.
Okay, it is on Sunday, September 8th from 11 to 3. And again, it's a free event. Everybody from the community of all ages is welcome, as well as for the Granny Smith Walk, even though it's called the Granny Smith, that is for all ages. And I should also say we also have a bounce house, the games, we have a silent auction, we have raffles. Raffle tickets are also available right now. Those are only $5 each, or 3 for $10, and you get a chance to win a large screen TV, which was made possible by Castles.
Wow.
There's an overnight in the Dells at the Kalahari, along with a pizza from Moose Jaw, and then the third prize is a Kindle Fire HD, which was donated by the Shopko Foundation. So
Wow. All great prizes.
Yeah, really neat stuff. Great things in the silent auction. I just can't believe the stuff that's coming in, so you will not want to miss it.
And you told me about some games. Can you tell me more about what exactly the games are, what we can look forward to?
Sure. We have kind of a younger kids section where we have like a fishing pond or a pick a duck or spin the wheel kind of games. And then for a little bit older child to, like I said, adults, couldn't pull them away from them, or the minute to win it games. So maybe you have 1 minute to see how many marshmallows you can get into a cup, or I can't even remember what all we had, but they were really fun. They are a good time.
Not only fun to play, but fun to watch.
That's
too,
right.
I can imagine.
They are. And Culver's also comes out and does free scoops of Culver's custard. So I keep thinking of more things as we talk, but yeah, it's just really, there is activities for everyone. The games are only 25 cents, but otherwise the event itself is free to come to.
Awesome. And for the games, are you playing for tickets or for prizes, or?
Yeah, we have a bunch of really fun little prizes,
Awesome.
and yeah, everybody gets to go home with something fun.
Great. So one more time, it's on September 8th.
Yep, Sunday,
Fall
September
Family
8th.
Fun Fest on Grandparents' Day. Not only open to grandparents, but open
Correct.
to anyone, grandparents or not.
Yes, and don't say, well, it's at the senior center, so I can't go because I'm not old enough. Everybody's old enough to come.
Yes. And for more information, you can call at 232-5300. 5300, like the Facebook page, or one more time at ci.oshkosh.wi.us/senior services. So thank you so much, Julie, for coming in today. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to the Fall Family Fun Fest.
Yeah, I hope you
come. It should be a wonderful event. So next up, we're going to hear from Tom Falk. He's here to support breast cancer with his cause, Let's Knock Out Breast Cancer. We'll be right back on Oshkosh Today.
I'm Mayor Burktower, and I'm asking for your help. The city has several boards and commissions that play important roles in just about every aspect of local government. Whether it's the Parks Board or the Landmarks Commission, these and other boards act as a forum for citizens to address their concerns and questions about Oshkosh city government. The boards also provide members the opportunity to make positive suggestions to the council or city staff to move the city forward. So here's where we need your help. For our city to work effectively, we need active citizen participation. Many of our boards and commissions currently need members. We're asking for just a few hours of your time each month to serve on one of our boards or commissions and help to ensure a strong democratic process. So please consider serving on a city board or commission. For an application, visit the city website, stop by the city manager's office in City Hall, or call 236-5000. Thank you for your interest, and we look forward to your possible involvement.
Thanks again for joining us on Oshkosh Today, your guide to all local places and events in Oshkosh. My name's Emily Mikowski, and now I'm sitting here with Tom Falk, who's going to tell us about getting in the ring with breast cancer and knocking it out. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Thanks for coming in today. So first of all, do you just want to tell me how Let's Knock Out Breast Cancer was formed?
Yes, Let's Knock Out Breast Cancer was started back in 2009 when my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. I should say my past wife. She was diagnosed back in 2009, and she wanted to do something to give back to the community. So she thought long and hard, and she put her head together with her family, and this is what became of it, Let's Knock Out Breast Cancer. And in the last 4 years, we have been doing fundraisers.
Okay, and I know you have an event coming up.
Yes.
So where is the event going to be held, first of all?
Good question. The event is going to be held at the beautiful waters here in Oshkosh.
Okay, and what time will it begin?
The event itself is going to start at 5 p.m.
Okay, and it's a dinner, or can you describe the event to me a little bit?
It is a dinner,
Okay.
and but before the dinner, we are going to have auctions and raffles, and there will even be girls there doing beautiful pink hair extensions.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, that is nice. We added that to our inventory a couple of years ago, and actually even in between that, we will go outside by the lake and do a pink balloon launch.
A balloon launch?
Yeah,
Okay.
that went over really well last year.
Can you tell us about that? What exactly is the balloon launch?
A balloon launch, guests will have an opportunity. We put a tag onto the ribbon,
Okay.
and the guests will have an opportunity to write on a little message, private message to their past loved ones, or maybe to a survivor.
Okay, we've got some great pictures of here
Oh
too.
yeah, there. And that particular picture right there was at a fundraiser we did at a campsite just outside of Watoma.
Okay.
We actually tried it there first, and it went over pretty well.
Yeah.
So we carried it
Looks like
over.
a great turnout.
Yeah, it was. And that right there, that picture right there was actually at the waters itself, and if the wind was bowling right as that was. The balloons went right over Lake Winnebago, and we had a song playing in the background, and it was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, I can imagine. And just as far as how many people are touched by cancer, it's hard to find someone who doesn't know someone or is related to someone who has cancer. So it's just an excellent event and a way to get people involved and supporting it. So especially the balloon launch, that's an awesome thing to do.
It really is. It really is.
So for this dinner and this event at the Waters coming up, how can you get tickets?
Tickets are available at Harnick's Flowers and Gifts right here in Oshkosh on 9th Avenue. And if you're not, if you don't want to get tickets there, you can also call 2 numbers that are available. I don't know, do we have those numbers?
Yep, I've got them right here. It's 920-233-4252 or 920-379-2582.
Yes, you can call those numbers, and we will mail you some tickets, or else if you want to send us a check, we will have your tickets ready on a will call basis right at the event. And
I understand, even if you're not looking for tickets, if you just want to donate, you can also call those numbers?
Yes, and we will give you more information.
So what kind of donations do you have right now?
Right now, we do have things such as tickets to a Green Bay Packer game, hotel stays, autographed Packer footballs, and I say footballs, we have more than one. Autographed Brewer baseball, tickets to Milwaukee Bucks game, wine baskets, wall clocks, wood carvings, and there's many more coming in as we speak.
So definitely a nice long list of things for that silent auction.
There is.
And the silent auction will be taking place at the dinner at the Waters, correct?
That's correct. And the silent auction starts right away when the doors open at 5 p.m.
Okay. And where does all this money go that people are donating, and all the money that's going towards this?
All the money that is raised, 100% of the money that is raised goes to Making Strides Against Breast Cancer.
Okay.
And that money is donated at the Making Strides Walk at Memorial Park in Neenah, Wisconsin, and that is approximately 2 weeks following our event.
Okay, so you'll probably be promoting that event a little bit maybe at the Waters when you have your dinner?
And we do, and actually the gal that's in charge of that event will be at our event to promote that. And correct. And she's out of the chapter out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wonderful.
And she'll be there to mention that, and we'll be there, and the registration for that event starts at 8:30. The one in for Making Strides for the walk, and we'll present our check at approximately about 9:45 p.m. just prior to the walk.
Great. And so just to recap, if you want to tell me once more about the event, when it is, where it is.
Again, the event is at the Waters, and it starts at 5 p.m. and dinner is at 7 p.m. and the dinner is catered by the Roxy.
Okay.
It's a great dinner, and it's a sit-down dinner.
Great. What kind of things can we expect from dinner?
We do change up the menu every year. We go down to the Roxy, and a few of us and try a few different things, but it is a few seafood items and a chicken item that is on the menu for this year. But
good stuff.
It's from the Roxy, so it can't be bad.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
It can't be bad.
And I saw up there that they do have a cash bar as well. So.
Cash bar.
All right.
It is a cash bar. It is cash bar as well, so it's a great evening.
Yes, and I understand that it's a lot leading up to this event as far as donating and raising money. What kind of things do you do to promote the event and to prepare to, get the funds to make this event possible?
As far as other fundraisers?
Yes,
We do. The other small fundraisers prior to the Waters, we have a few events. We go to the farmers market 2 or 3 times.
Yes, I actually remember seeing you guys there. Okay.
Thank you. And I'm sure you bought a few items at our shop.
Yes.
We do sell sweatshirts and T-shirts. We have our hoodies and our can coolers and bracelets. And last week we had a small fundraiser at Dublin's.
Okay. So
And
definitely a lot of things going on around town
we do.
fundraising.
We do. We have pizza sales throughout the year. And
All right.
right.
And again, for more information, you can go on Facebook and check that out, or you can call the numbers that I mentioned before, 233-4252. Coming up next, we'll be talking to the Oshkosh Boys and Girls Club and their latest event. Thanks again so much for coming in, Tom.
Thanks for having
We'll
me.
be right back on Oshkosh Today.
Steampunk, this summer, only at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Come see the most unique and interesting museum exhibit in Wisconsin, and the only exhibit dedicated to steampunk. Wild, fun, and wonderful. Your eyes, ears, and fingers will feast on a fantastical mixture of wondrous machines and gadgets, stunning artwork, and elaborate costumes. Outrageous designs, spectacular styles, and funky gadgets await you. Steampunk, only at the Oshkosh Public Museum.
The Payne Art Center and Gardens in Oshkosh proudly presents Chihuly Venetians. This spectacular exhibition features 4 dozen colorful and intricate vessels by America's greatest glass artist, Dale Chihuly, along with his celebrated Laguna Murano chandelier, a 5-part sculpture with more than 1,500 individual pieces of blown glass. Chihuly Venetians is on view now through October 13th at the Payne in Oshkosh.
Hello, and thank you again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. Now I'm sitting here with Tracy Ogden from the Boys and Girls Club, here to tell me about an event that you have coming up, the C.R. Meyer Golf Outing. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
So can you tell me, just tell me about the outing. When is it?
Absolutely. It's September 9th.
Okay.
It's at the Oshkosh Country Club. C.R. Meyer has been a great friend to the Boys and Girls Club for many, many years, and they're our lead sponsor. This is probably about our 20th year of this golf outing.
Oh, wow. So it's definitely not a new event or anything.
No, not at all.
Okay. So you said C.R. Meyer is one of your major sponsors. How did the event, come to be? What kind of things can we expect at the event? How can you get involved with it?
Absolutely. It's it's like a lot of other golf outings. It's one of the last ones of the year, so this does give opportunity for people who may have missed out on outings to come do one more.
Okay.
It'll be 75 and sunny. I put my word on that. It's just a great day. All the money raised goes to the Boys and Girls Club. We do have friends of the club that will do a golf-a-thon that morning to raise money for the club. If you hit a hole-in-one, we're giving away a boat from Sweetwater Performance.
A boat. Wow.
Which is fun. It's a great day to hang out with friends and be on the golf course and raise money for kids.
Great. So who are your major sponsors for this event?
We have Miles Kimball, Winnebago Oral Surgery, Community First Credit Union, Rhyme is a major sponsor, Festival Foods, Lee Beverage. We have a lot of great friends of the club.
Wonderful. Do you have a number yet on how many golfers or how many people are going to be coming this year?
We would hope to be full at 144. That's our goal.
144.
So that would be our goal. We, we still are accepting foursomes. We definitely have openings, but we would love, to fill up quick.
Sure.
So.
And where do you go to become a part of this? Where do you go to be a
You
golfer?
can call me at the club. We did mail out invites a couple weeks ago, so you can go to our Facebook page and get the information.
Wonderful.
Or our website.
Okay. And so where does all the money go towards in this event?
All goes to the Boys and Girls Club. We are a 42-year-old organization in Oshkosh. We serve about 4,200 kids between our main club, which is on the corner of Parkway and Broad.
Okay.
We're housed in 7 school sites, and then we have a club in Berlin.
Okay. So definitely needed.
Definitely needed.
At all times. How many kids does the Boys and Girls Club serve? I know you said there's 2 different locations. So how many would you say?
We serve about 3,800 in Oshkosh, 37 to 3,800. And then in Berlin, we serve about 500 kids.
Okay. What kind of services does the Boys and Girls Club offer?
Everything under the sun. The majority of people, when they come to visit us, the first thing they say is, I had no idea you did all of this.
Really?
We have kids that come there every day because it's a safe, affordable place to come. To be a member of the club, which means you can come every day after school, is $25 a year.
Really?
For that $25 a year, you can come. We'll help you do your homework. We will put you into programs on healthy eating and manners, and we have a Boys to Men program that teaches teenage boys how to tie a tie and how to change the oil in the car. We're helping kids get into college. We're making sure that they're filling out applications and doing scholarship forms. We have one Youth of the Year that gets a $10,000 college scholarship every year. We have a wet hair program, which allows kids at the club to shower there every day. We make sure that they have clean and fresh clothes. We make sure that they have the hygiene products that they need, including, we just got 1,000+ kids ready for back to school with backpacks and clothes, haircuts, doctor visits, dentist visits, everything that these kids need. Right. We serve dinner every night. During the summer, we serve breakfast, lunch, and snack. So some of these kids are with us every single day.
Like a huge part of that kid's life is the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, you would almost think that they'd start to depend on that, and just to bond with all the other kids there too. It's just a really great way to get out and about after school and even during the summer.
We have a traveling basketball team, volleyball. We have a Little Brewers baseball team, a running club. We've done tennis. We've done soccer. We want kids to have the opportunities that they may not otherwise have at school. So if their parents can't afford band, they can take music lessons at the club. If the girls or the boys want to take, a sewing class, we have volunteers that come in and say, hey, I would love to teach the kids how to do this. It gives kids the opportunity to do this, whether it be violin lessons, piano, guitar, singing, sewing, cooking, you name it. These kids, we're trying to level the playing field so that our kids get the same opportunity as any other kid would have.
Right.
And plus, if they don't have someone in their household that's helping them prepare for college or putting them on the track that college could be the next step for them, or a vocational school or a trade, we make sure we're the person to guide them along.
Right, that's great. And there's just so many great opportunities for kids. What's the age kind of spectrum on that? Is there an age limit or a youngest age that you have to be?
We serve kids 6 to 18. So we do have a lot of children that start at 6 and stay with us through 18. A lot of times we keep an eye on our kids after they leave us, and make sure that they're getting through college, make sure that they're helping them to find a job, getting them into their first apartment. So even when they're out of our building, they're not out of our lives, we do try to keep track of them and help them succeed beyond.
Right, and it's like a family kind of
It very
aspect.
much is a family.
It really is.
You see these kids every single day, for 12 years, they do become part of your family.
And looking at your Facebook page, I know you mentioned a manners class. Can you tell me a little more about that? I saw some really cute pictures of a little graduation tea party type thing.
We do a program in the summer called the Afternoon Tea. The program staff handpicks me 50 little girls that are age 6 to 12. And these are girls that need a self-esteem boost. They need any kind of a little boost.
Right.
And they go through 6 weeks of classes on manners and self-esteem and being kind to each other and following your dreams and having goals. And in honor of them graduating from their 6 weeks of classes, we purchase each one of them a sundress and flip-flops so they have clean shoes, and then we invite ladies in the community to have tea with our girls so they can get to know them. The girls get to wear their beautiful sundresses. We have hairdressers that donate their time and get the girls beautiful. Most of the girls are showered that morning at the club to get them ready, and it's a great day.
That's so fun.
It is. It's just a magical day.
Yeah, and for boys and girls alike, how you mentioned the Boys to Men program too. It's just all these things that really help them in their lives ahead of them. I mean, that's the age that they're learning all these
Yeah.
things, and so it's really helpful to have that there for them.
If you don't have a positive or any male role model as a young man, how would you know how to go on a date? How would you
Right.
know how to be respectful to a lady, you know, to tie a tie, to change the oil, to change the tire, to, you know, shave. You know,
Right.
we've had men in there teaching our boys how to shave. You know, we rely heavily on people in the community stepping forward to say, hey, I would like to help. I'd like to come in and read to the kids after school. I'd like to come and play board games with kids. I would like to come and play basketball, you know, with your teenagers. Or, you know, I could take a group of kids fishing or boating or you name it. We've had all kinds of opportunities, which is just awesome because it shows the kids that there's more to life than what they've been given, and they have an opportunity to
do that at
to
the
do
Boys
more.
and Girls Club. Yes.
We're trying to break the cycle one kid at a time.
Definitely. And you can find more information about the Boys and Girls Club on Facebook or on your website, which is bgco.us.
Yes.
Okay. And then you can also find more information about the C.R. Meyer Golf Outing as well. Golf-a-thon will start at 7 a.m. with the shotgun start at noon.
Yes.
All right, so thanks you so much again, Tracy,
Thank you.
for coming in and talking to me about that. Coming up next, we'll talk with our final guest on Oshkosh Today. You won't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Steampunk, this summer, only at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Come see the most unique and interesting museum exhibit in Wisconsin, and the only exhibit dedicated to steampunk. Wild, fun, and wonderful. Your eyes, ears, and fingers will feast on a fantastical mixture of wondrous machines and gadgets, stunning artwork, and elaborate costumes. Outrageous designs, spectacular styles, and funky gadgets await you. Steampunk, only at the Oshkosh Public Museum.
Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow. When we see a roundabout, take it slow. Then we pick the correct lane and take it slow. When we see a car approach, we yield to the left. When we're in that roundabout, we don't pass anybody yet. Take it slow, take it slow, take it slow.
Visit WisconsinRoundabouts.com for more info from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Thanks again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. Now I'm sitting here with Carla Sakaris from the Oshkosh Public Museum. Thank you so much for coming in today, Carla.
Thank you for having me.
So we've got a special event coming up at the museum. It might be a little ways out towards the holidays, but right now is the time to start thinking about it. The Deck the Halls. Can you tell me about it?
Yes, Deck the Halls is a new holiday tradition we're starting at the museum. The exhibit itself will be November 12th through January 12th. And we're going to have a number of special activities and exhibits and events throughout that time frame.
Okay, and I understand that there's something that's different about this event. What's different?
Yes, this year we are starting a new tradition of having the community curate the exhibit.
Okay.
We are building a special Christmas village, and the Christmas village will be based on Oshkosh buildings from our archives.
Okay.
And we're asking the community to vote on what toys will be displayed in the windows of all the storefronts.
Okay.
So we.
I see we've got a picture up too of one of the old store windows.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
As well as some of the options that people have for voting.
That's right.
And all the different, are they different toys now that they can choose?
They're different toys. So we have 8 categories, and each week we will release 2 categories that people can vote from.
Okay.
And they can get the sheet either at the museum, see us at the booth in the Oshkosh Farmers Market, or download it from our website.
Okay, very cool. And so you mentioned special activities going on during the event. What kind of things are going to be happening?
Each room in the mansion, the main rooms of the mansion, are going to be decorated for a different decade for the period that the Sawyers lived on the property. So from the 1880s through 1910. And then each room will have a different activity. In the parlor, we'll be playing parlor games, and we're going to have a fun gift-covered tree that people can win prizes throughout the day. In the dining room, which is the clock room, we're going to be doing food demonstrations during the weekends. So a different thing each weekend. We're going to be telling holiday stories. And then just have some fun crafts and entertainment.
So a little something for everyone, really.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. So can you tell me the history behind the museum train?
The museum train has, it's been about 10 years since it's been on display. Unfortunately, the engine many years ago kind of broke, and they weren't able to repair it or find a replacement. But persistence prevailed, and they were able to find a replacement engine, and we're going to finally have it back on display.
Wonderful.
It used to run around the upper cases of the library in the Sawyer Mansion.
Okay, very cool. So it'll be great to have that back.
It will be, yes.
It'll be kind of another tradition just to work back into it.
Exactly, yes. Bring the old tradition into the new.
Yes, and I know you mentioned the different decades for when the Sawyer family lived in the property.
Right.
For someone like me who's new to Oshkosh, can you give me a little background on that?
Yes.
Who's the Sawyer family? And
Yep, the Sawyer family, it's Edgar and Mary Jewel Sawyer. They are the people that built the mansion that now houses the museum. They used to live on this property in a different house in the late 1800s. They tore that house down and in 1909 built the current house. It was to be their retirement home. They were both 66 years old when they built it. Wow. And unfortunately Mary's health failed shortly after that, and she passed away at the end of 1910. So they didn't get to enjoy the house for very long, but in 1922, Edgar donated the mansion to the city, and they decided to use it as a museum, and through a few different changes, it opened in 1924.
Okay, and the rest is history.
The rest is history,
so
yes.
It should be really cool to have a different area of the property devoted to each decade to really show the transformation that everything's gone through over the years.
Right.
And so going back to the event, the holiday event, what other extra fun things will be offered? I know you mentioned a candy cane cafe.
Yep, we have a candy cane cafe that will be in the front entrance. We'll have things, beverages and snacks for people to enjoy. We'll have some seating up there, so they can sit and relax. We also have a fun activity. It's a museum scavenger hunt, and this year we're going to be hiding museum elves in all of the holiday decorations. So that'll be a fun thing for people
really
to go
fun.
Around and find,
even another opportunity just for them to get all around and see everything again once more, taking a closer look at things, looking for those owls.
Yes.
So what other activities are you planning to get the community involved with it? I know you mentioned a contest?
Yep, we have a special contest. The one thing that's always been lacking is outdoor decorations at the museum. So this year we're running a contest called Get Polarized, and we are inviting service groups to decorate a light pole in the parking lot and on the grounds. There's 16 light poles, and so the service groups will compete in decorating. The votes will be through cash donations from the public. So whichever service group they want to vote for, they will give a cash donation. Each service group will get to keep whatever is donated to them, and then the winning group will be determined by the one with the most cash donations, and we're going to have a special prize package for that group as well.
Very cool, for a little chance for people to get competitive.
Exactly.
I'm sure you'll have a lot of really cool ideas that people
I'm
come
sure.
up with for those light poles.
Yeah. And they are starting to go already.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested, contact us as soon as possible.
Okay.
We'll get your name written down.
Sure, and you can find information like that at your website.
It's on our website,
Okay,
yes.
which is oshkoshmuseum.org.
.org, yeah.
ORG, okay. And one more time, the Deck the Halls event, it'll be going on November 12th through January 12th.
Correct.
And then it'll include all the different people and the different decades like we talked about in the different rooms. And then also we've got some other events coming up in September and October, which you'll be back to talk about, the spooky tours.
Yeah.
So if you just want to recap one more time for me when the event will be.
The Deck the Halls will start November 12th through January 12th, and we're open Tuesday through Sunday.
Okay, and to make sure you vote too at the
Yes.
either the farmers market or online.
Right, and the voting will be open until the end of September.
Okay.
So even when we're not at the farmers market these next 3 weeks, you can download the voting sheets at our website.
Great. Well, thank you again so much for coming in, Carla.
Thank
and I'm really
you.
looking forward to seeing how all the exhibits turn out and the light poles too.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Now it's that time of the show again for us to focus on health. I'm going to pass it over to Ted Stefaniak at Aurora.
This Focus on Health segment is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Ted Stefaniak. Today we're at the Aurora Medical Center in Oshkosh, and actually we're right across the street from the main hospital, standing in the Bariatric Center. Now, if you're somebody that's dealing with obesity and it's really starting to affect your lifestyle and your health, this might be the place you want to seek out. Today we're going to be talking about bariatric surgery with bariatric surgeon Dr. James Kimmerling. Well, thank you for taking some time with us today. Just trying to learn a little bit more about bariatrics and what it is that you do so well.
Well, I'm a bariatric surgeon, and I help people lose weight. As you know, being overweight is a terrible affliction, and it's affecting many, many people in the United States and basically in all the industrialized societies throughout the world. As our weight goes up, it diminishes our ability to enjoy life. It leads to other conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, bad knees. And these are difficult conditions to address until we get our weight lower. So what we offer is a surgical option to help people lose weight.
Is a surgical option the immediate option for people, or is that something that kind of comes along in time?
Yes, that's a very good question, because usually when people come to see me, they have tried every diet under the sun. And they're basically desperate to get some help to get their life back. So we're not talking about somebody who's just trying to lose weight for the first time. We're usually talking about people who at this point need a little help. And so the surgical option is a way to get somebody back to a healthy weight.
Who then becomes a candidate for that type of surgery?
Well, there's actually guidelines that were established by the National Institute of Health. And basically they use a number that's called a body mass index, BMI for short. Now, if you say you're 200 pounds, it makes a big difference if you're 6 foot or 4 foot. So in order to talk about weight, we divide the weight by the height squared. We use metric units. And that gives us a way to talk about somebody's weight in relation to their height. Now, a healthy body mass index is 25. If you're over 40 for your body mass index, those are people who could consider surgery as a treatment option. Now, if they have a body mass index 35 to 40, if they have a health condition along with that, they might also be a candidate.
So if you're in a situation where your BMI is over the top where it should be, does that person then become a candidate for these surgeries?
Well, that's a good question. At that point, this might be somebody who's considering the option. And then what we do is we meet with people and we look at their medical condition. There is an insurance requirement in most cases. Now, if somebody comes in to see us, we actually check on their insurance coverage even before they come in. And a lot of times they'll have like a list of requirements that have to be met before they'll authorize the payment. We help people with that. We make it as easy as possible for them to get through the process. We don't want there to be a barrier to people getting treatment if this is the option that they choose.
Are there a couple of different options surgically for patients?
Well, we offer 3 different procedures. One is called the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. It involves making the stomach smaller using a stapler technique, and then we change the intestinal anatomy to decrease the amount of food that's absorbed into our bloodstream. As a result of this change in the anatomy, there's also another benefit, and that is a decrease in appetite that lasts for about a year to year and a half after the surgery. We call that the honeymoon period. So what you do is you get this jump start, this weight loss, almost whether you like it or not, and then at a year and a half, once you've gotten all this weight loss, you're highly motivated to keep that weight off because you never want it to come back. And typically we'll see 50 to 70% of the excess body weight loss. Now your excess weight is your current weight subtracting your ideal body weight. So we're not telling people they're necessarily going to get to their ideal body weight. They can if they become athletic, for example. But on the average, this is what we see, 50 to 70% of their excess weight.
Yeah, and you're going to be much more healthier after that, I would imagine, as well.
That's exactly right. I mean, and the biggest impact with the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass is a type 2 diabetic. Type 2 diabetes is a resistance to the effects of insulin. That resistance gets higher as our BMI gets higher. If our BMI gets lower, diabetes improves. But with the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, as a result of the change in the intestinal anatomy, right after surgery, you have an increased sensitivity to the effects of insulin. So typically, a type 2 diabetic who's not on insulin will go home off their medications after that surgery.
And I know there's a couple of other procedures as well?
Right. There's a procedure called the laparoscopic adjustable gastric band, where we put a little band on the top of the stomach to restrict how quickly food goes through. And we also have a procedure called the laparoscopic gastric sleeve resection, where we basically remove 85% of the volume of the stomach, leaving the person with a smaller stomach.
Okay. What type of risks are involved with a surgery like this?
Well, this is something that we go over in great detail. We have a seminar where people are informed regarding the procedures, what to expect after surgery, and we do go over the risks. Now, everything we do is aimed at making this a safe alternative for weight loss.
Yep. And how do I know which procedure is going to be best for me?
It's a personal choice. I mean, you got time to decide. I always tell people, don't feel under pressure. And there's many different ways of looking at this. So when you come in to see us, we actually go over this as far as how it relates to you.
What's the best way for a person to start their journey to healthy weight?
Easy, easy, easy. Just call us. Come on in. I'm serious. You don't need a referral. You don't have to check with your insurance. We'll do that for you. And the whole idea is when you come in, if you're not a candidate, there's no charge for the visit. If you are a candidate, we can get the ball rolling, and we will know what your insurance requires to get everything started.
Sounds like a great idea. Thanks for taking some time with us today.
No problem.
Now, if you're dealing with obesity or you know somebody who is, it's time to get some more information and get some help. You can visit our website at aurora.org to find out more about the seminars, or you can get a hold of Dr. Kemmerling by calling 303-8700. I'm Ted Stefaniak, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Health.
This Focus on Health segment has been brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Thanks, Ted, and that's going to do it for this episode of Oshkosh Today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to get all of your community programming on CATV2, as well as replays of the latest episodes of Oshkosh Today. Or to view past recordings, you can always go to our website at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org. You can also check us out on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Follow us for city news and programming updates, or to view past episodes on YouTube as well. And finally, you can hear us on the radio at 101.9 WOCT. If you'd like to be a guest on Oshkosh Today, you can email me at ci.oshkosh.wi.us. Thank you so much again for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. To find replay times for Oshkosh Today, to be a guest on the show or to watch online, visit our website at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org.